At its core, The Wicked Righteous is about devotion and love of family in a world gone mad. Exodus revisits everything I loved about the original series, but has increased art and story quality. Welcome back to the channel, this is Wes, and I'm going to let you in on one of the best kept secrets in all of comics, Alterna's The Wicked Righteous Exodus. If you're unaware, I'm an absolute huge fan and supporter of Alterna Comics due to founder and publisher Perer Simeti's dedication to customer satisfaction and service. It's without a doubt my favorite publisher in all of comics. I've read almost every series they've published, and every new floppy they produce is on my pull list regardless of title. Living in the Philippines, getting my hands on their books can be difficult, but I'm very blessed. My LCS, a few islands over, special orders and ships them directly to me. Exodus is a 6-issue limited series and follow-up to my personal favorite series in all of Alterna Comics, The Wicked Righteous. The entire creative team is back for the sequel, led by writer Terry Mayo and artist Lucas Romero. In my opinion, the standout attribute of The Wicked Righteous was the characterization by Mayo, and if you're into series that flesh out their characters the right way, the original 6-issue series is a must-read. The bar was already set very high, and yeah, the sequel absolutely lives up to its successor. One of the drawbacks to newsprint is if you print something like Shredder in Hell, which I recently reviewed, a lot of the very detailed pages would get blurred out. So the line artist and color artists have a unique challenge with this format. Artist Lucas Romero and color artist Christopher Hall utilize the format to its maximum in my opinion. I absolutely love Romero's mix of anime-inspired character style and Western page formats and layouts. Another drawback is sometimes the colors can end up inconsistent throughout an issue, and here Resident Badass Cross appears to be a few shades darker than in the rest of the book. I can't really fault the artists on that, and I will say I very much love newsprint, as most Alterna Comics cost $1.50, a welcome relief to the $4 to $5 cover price from the rest of the industry. Romero has grown noticeably as an artist from the first series. Some of his characters looked a bit too similar, but that's been fully fixed here, and the facial expressions are much better now. There is a good amount of detail work throughout, but it's one of the areas I imagine he'll continue to improve. Exodus Issue 1 is more of a table-setting book, so there isn't a ton of action for Romero to create until the latter part of the issue. It's on point in my estimation, and I'm excited for more as the story progresses. I absolutely love the art in this book and rate it a 3.5 out of 5 overall. Alterna publishes a good amount of all ages titles, and despite having a main cast of young adults and children, Exodus is not one of them. I would say it's appropriate for 15 years and up, but obviously that number will change from parent to parent. As I previously mentioned, the standout feature of The Wicked Righteous was the amazing character work from writer Terry Mayo. Exodus is no exception, and Mayo puts great effort into fleshing out the current situation and brothers Johnny, Matt, Lucas, and Mark, whom the series revolves. This is a post-apocalyptic series, and the book starts with a flashback to Matt with his father as they have a final father-son moment. Matt's father lets him know he's the leader of the family when he goes, and the responsibility for his brothers is placed on him at far too young an age. One of the original wild cards in the series was Crossed, a trained soldier who is helping the brothers survive their original quest. Here he is firmly entrenched as a trusted ally who sees their protection as a personal duty. This page establishes his tactical acumen as he and two of the brothers head to meet with the community of survivors. Clearly weary of the new world, Cross takes a cautious approach and decides reconnaissance is in order. Towards the end of the book, Matt and his younger brother Mark end up surrounded by a hostile group, and there's a wonderful callback to his earlier moment with his father. He comforts his brother stating, "Don't be scared, Mark. I'm here. I'm with you. I love you, little brother. No fear in love." I wish I could show you all the wonderful character moments, but I would spoil the entire book. Mayo is a master at building great characters, and I give his character work here a perfect 5 out of 5 overall. While Terry's commitment to great character work hasn't faltered, he seems to have grown as a storyteller on Exodus. At its core, The Wicked Righteous is about devotion and love of family in a world gone mad. We learn that after their escape from post-apocalyptic San Diego, the brothers have settled on an aircraft carrier that's badly damaged. Cross has been chosen to make contact with the community, and volunteers are requested to accompany him. Brothers Matt and Mark are the only souls brave enough to join him, and Cross is none too pleased. After Cross exits on his mission with Matt and Mark, we get reintroduced to the villainous Chin-Am from the first series. They're after the brothers and JC, Lucas's girlfriend. The Chin-Am discover Lucas, JC, and Johnny, and the situation looks dire before a new hero, Gideon, arrives to save them. The trio are able to escape the faltering ship during the raid, but are unable to contact their brothers as they head out to sea in a life raft. We learn Matt, Mark, and Cross are unable to answer because they have been taken hostage by a group of hostiles. Cross, ever stoic, instructs the boys to stand behind him. We learn they are being taken captive because an unknown entity wants to meet them. There are quite a few surprises that I really don't want to spoil, but this is a great start to Exodus. Terry is crafting a worthy sequel to The Wicked Righteous, and I'll give the plot a 4.5 out of 5 overall. Exodus revisits everything I loved about the original series, but has increased art and story quality. The relationship between the brothers is very relatable, and splitting them into separate quests is a departure from the original script. I'm very excited to see where Mayo and Romero take us in the next 5 issues, and the only downside is issue 2 isn't available until May 29. I couldn't be happier with this issue and score it a 4.5 out of 5 overall and give it my highest recommendation. You don't need to read the original series to enjoy Exodus, but if you're interested, it was recently released in trades on higher quality paper. You can still purchase the original 6 issues from Alterna on their Etsy store, and the link is in the video description.